Yo, yo, yo. It's T Lights. We back with another reaction. We got Trap Lord Ross. Somebody calling him a weirdo. I'm always down for that, man. We gotta see what's going on with Trap Lord Ross, man. I don't know. Always thought he was a little strange, but he from over there. We from over here, so everybody different. But let's see what's up with this video.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this beef that's going on between Trap Lord Ross and Cam Capone News. This is really good. So let me explain. So Trap Lord Ross produced this 4Extra hand explosion documentary, which ended up turning out to be the stupidest piece of content I've seen in some time. They really blew it. And it was all produced by Trap Lord Ross.
Stupid is not a word. Just put that out there. All right, let's get that.
And it turned out like shit, and he didn't want anything to do with it. Trap Lord Ross didn't want to put it on the Trap Lord Ross channel. It was too shitty. So he pitched it to Cam Capone News to drop it on Cam Capone's channel and just like wash his hands of the whole thing. And Cam Capone and 4Extra would split the revenue, or they'd have a revenue sharing agreement. Long story short, fast forward to today, the documentary just dropped maybe a couple of days ago, and it's doing terrible. And Trap Lord Ross, in response to this documentary finally dropping, Trap Lord Ross dropped a video of his own where he attempts to expose Cam Capone News and 4Extra for being shady and for being bad. And he paints himself, Trap Lord Ross paints himself to be this like selfless, super generous, like philanthropist almost.
I'm 2K in the hole for this project. I tried to just limit myself and say, look, this was a good deed.
And this ended up backfiring on him tremendously because Cam Capone responded with receipts. And we will get to those, but I want to be thorough. I want to start with the first clip. This is going to be Trap Lord Ross trying to explain to everyone why he didn't want anything to do with the 4Extra hand explosion documentary and why he didn't want it on the Trap Lord Ross channel.
I've said, look, I've got this ready. I've got clips. I've clipped this up for you. This is going to go on your platform. We're going to get your platform lit. We're going to get your Patreon going, your channel going. I'm trying to put you in position to make money. And then 4X just sprung it on me again, man. He's just said, fuck all that. We ain't doing it on my platform. He said, you need to put it on your channel, and we splitting up the money. And I'm like, bro, that's not what we agreed. That's not what I do. I don't do splits. I have a team that I pay a salary. They do their thing. I take the risk. There's some months I lose money, and there's some months where I profit, all right? But I have a team that I pay their salary. Sometimes the videos don't hit, and I lose money, okay? And I do this for the love of the game.
Did you hear what he just said? And I lose money. What the fuck did he just fucking say? I mean, that is really so. Is there any way that you can substantiate that claim? Because I'm having a difficult time believing that. Really, I need to see some documents, because unless you can prove that, then you're lying. How about that? What? Because for him to say, he's sitting there with his $20,000 watch on, that he loses money sometimes. I mean,
we got a pocket watcher. Like, god damn, you can lose money. That's what business do. You go up and down. Like, you can lose money. Like, what the heck? I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't even care if he made money or lost it. Like, what are we doing? But let's see what else is going on.
You're a fucking idiot then. How do you have this much revenue and you lose money? You're stupid. So he doesn't lose any money ever. And even if he did, being able to lose a month, being a month in the negative, and you can afford that, and you can wear Balenciaga shoes and Rolexes on each wrist, and you can afford to lose money on the month, then that means that you're actually richer than we fucking thought. What the fuck? And it's all from those murders that he talks about. So he doesn't want to put this on his own channel, which, by the way, there's no reason.
No, he's facts about that. He always talking about murders. He's trying to be the new version, or where he from, UK, the UK academics. I don't know, but yeah, he definitely talk about murders all the time, and then goes right to Reddit. That he's the king of that. Oh God, the king of that.
And for that, the reason that he gives is that he has a team. Wow, you have a team? That's what we don't give a fuck about. You need to explain to 4Extra that the content stinks, and that you don't want to be associated, you don't want it on your channel because it'll devalue your prestigious channel. Now, if you ask me, Trap Lord Ross fully intended originally to put this on the Trap Lord Ross channel, but it turned out so shitty that he didn't want it anymore. So he made up this thing about, I have a team. I can't put it on my channel. I have a team. So he pitches it to Cam Capone, and they worked out some revenue share deal. But Traplo Ross was, I guess he was unhappy with the transaction, and now he's coming out to expose everyone, but it didn't go the way that he wanted it to. So this next clip is going to be Traplo Ross talking about Cam Capone being super shady and greedy and disrespectful. Look at this clip.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've hit Cam Capone up and basically said, look, can we, I'm trying to find a place for this for extra content to live. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Cam Capone was he was kind of disrespectful with his first offer, because I said, look, I'm trying to find a deal. You haven't got to do anything. You just upload the content, and basically I'm trying to get a good deal. And I said, I feel like a good deal would be I'm just literally giving you the content. It's edited, it's clipped, like 80-20. And the goal on this guy, bro, this guy said, oh yeah, 80-20 for me, right? I'm just like, bro, you crazy? Really?
What the fuck are you talking about? You brought him this video that no one wants, and then you offered him 20%, not the other way around. He just responded. He said, yeah, sure, that sounds good, but I mean, is it 80 for me or what? How does this work? That's not disrespectful. And the offer came from Traplo Ross, not...
Yeah, I agree with homie. When he talking, yeah, facts. I agree with everything he's saying. Like, what? Trap? You tripping.
It wasn't Traplo Ross. It was Traplo Ross's offer, not Cam Capone's. So what the fuck is he talking about?
He thinking he getting 80%, and I've paid for this whole thing.
And he says that he paid for this whole thing when what he means by paid for this whole thing is paid for his Ubers and his security. What do you mean paid for the cameraman? That's $150 for the day cameraman. This thing was shot so shittily that it makes me laugh. Okay, so this isn't, I paid for the whole thing. You didn't pay for anything. You paid for yourself. Do you understand? And you could have dropped it on your channel and made money off of it. 4Extra wanted to split the money with you and drop it on your channel, but you refused. So we don't want to hear it at this point, okay?
I'm 2K in the hole for this project. I tried to just limit myself and say, look, this was a good deed. And I'm just thinking, bro, this is such a shame, because it's like 4Extra's not trusting me and putting this on his own platform.
Now listen to this next part where Traplo Ross tells everyone that he put Cam Capone in his place and pretty much forced him into a more favorable deal. He pretty much marked out Cam Capone according to Traplo Ross. Let's have a listen.
So I've basically said, look, that's just out of line, bro. You're going to need to do it. We're going to need to do better than that. I said, look, at the very least, you can do 50-50. And again, you don't have to give me anything out of the deal, but you need to give him a more fair deal than taking 80% for nothing. Crazy. So I've said to him, look.
So let me get this straight. Traplo Ross, a known pussy, told Cam Capone, nah, man, we gonna have to do better than that. No. What? That never happened. I need to see receipts. I need substantiation. This sounds like a stupid British lie, and I'm not gonna have any of that. So that's redacted. That's...
So you trying to say Trap ain't got no balls? Okay, I ain't gonna lie, homie. I don't know. When motherfuckers get money and you're not talking to somebody face to face, they have balls. So he could have said that, and then as soon as he seen this nigga, it probably changed. But I'm just saying, like, when niggas got money and you're not face to face, they got to talk. But when you see them, it ain't that.
That never happened. So he's shitting on Cam Capone. He's telling stories about how tough he is and how he pretty much forced Cam Capone to come to terms. Cam Capone did not appreciate this, so he went on an online posting sort of, I don't even know what you call it, like a saga, a series or something. He posts a bunch of stuff about Traplo Ross. He put him in clown makeup. He wrote this message directed to Traplo Ross that I'm not going to read because it's weak as fuck, but it does call him a clown. What? And it says, you've been hanging around Adam too long. Everything's not good. Okay, so he's mad. He's mad at the way that he was portrayed by this Englishman. And so he does a little exposing of his own, and he exposes these screenshot receipts clearly showing him like helping Traplo Ross with referrals in the past, because Traplo Ross has an infatuation with gangs. That's how he makes all his money. So he asked Cam Capone to introduce him to some Crips and some Bloods. And I guess Cam Capone helped him out and was really nice to him. And so this is so funny that Traplo Ross is trying to make a Cam Capone look like a fucking greedy, shady guy when he's helping Traplo Ross make money. Now, is Cam Capone filled with greed and evil? I don't know. I would say possibly yes, 100%. But Traplo Ross has no position to call anyone else out. He's a goof. And so let me show you how stupid this fucking 4Extra got his hand blown off documentary is. This was one of the worst things ever. He really screwed this up, and Traplo Ross did a terrible job producing this. He says he paid for everything, so this is a Traplo Ross production. Boy, did it ever suck. and he knows it. And so that's why it's on Cam Capone's channel. But I've got to show you how stupid this apparently, let me just say this. Apparently Channel 5 Andrew Callahan offered 20 bands to host this video and produce it and everything else like that and do revenue shares. But 4Extra turned it down because he wanted to put this documentary on fucking Netflix. What? Not kidding. I can't wait to show you
that
this.
he'd been offered a $20,000 deal from Channel 5, Andrew Callahan, to do the interview. Now, I don't know exactly how true that was, but that's what she said to me. She said, oh, she could probably get 20. I'm saying that's a good, like, can we get that? Like, that's a good deal. And apparently I'm hearing it's not enough. He wants more money. He wants Netflix. And it's like, I just don't know where to go with this.
I cannot wait to show you clips from this Netflix documentary special. What? This is fucking insane. This is one of the worst.
I ain't gonna lie, everybody know 4Extra. He trying to get the most he can get out of what he can get. Like, that's why he fell out with Adam, because, like, he won all this, like, 50,000 or something like that. Like, he was, yeah, I don't know. He be going a little bit overboard and end up not even getting nothing. So, I wouldn't say he's the best businessman, but he be overpricing himself. Or, you know what I mean? But, you gotta think you gonna reach these certain heights, but he ain't there yet, and he be asking for too much. So, you gotta chill out with that.
Things I've ever seen. I'm not even kidding you. Let's play this clip. Listen how shitty and muddy the audio is. They're going through these lapel mics, very low audio quality, and it's handheld video, and it's so awkward and clunky and stupid. I've got to show you this. Look at this.
I lost so much blood, and I lost so much blood. They had told me a blood transfusion.
Oh my God, a blood transfusion. So Ross doesn't even need to be there. He's just sitting there nodding his head and going, wow, man, oh man, wow. And he's in his ridiculous British person costume. He's dressed like a person that loves books. This is his like marketing genius that doesn't work, that everyone thinks is stupid. So Traplo Ross is sitting there, and 4Extra thinks that this is going on Netflix. He really believes that. So he's telling this harrowing story of his fingers getting blown off, and he's talking about blood transfusions. He says he was going into hypovolemic shock and going into seizures. He's in and out of consciousness. He almost died 50 times. Listen to how cinematic this story is, this lie story here.
So they gave me one blood transfusion, and then they doubled back for more. I guess I lost so much blood in my body. Yeah. I needed a blood transfusion, but I needed more blood after that. So they thought like I had slipped into a coma because I lost so much blood and I wasn't waking up after the surgery was so long. So they thought like I had slipped into a coma because I lost so much blood and I wasn't waking up after the surgery was so long. I went into shock, and it caused me to go into shock and start locking up in like to a seizure, I guess. I just see I'm seizuring, and I just see lights and they running.
So I've actually transported people that were literally drenched, soaked in blood from the top of their head.
Kids, don't play with fireworks. Don't leave the fireworks in your hand while they're lit. Don't be like this guy, all right? Yeah, he doesn't have his fingers no more. Oh, man, don't do that, all right? Yeah.
Head to the bottom of their feet, and they received 0 blood transfusion. What? So this story, I can't get over this. He lost so much blood, he went into a coma. He wasn't waking up from surgery. I mean, it was just so complicated for him. But then at other parts of the interview, he's saying the surgery went great and nothing bad happened.
And when he came in there, he had told me that the surgery went better than he thought. Mm.
So he's having this traumatic blood loss. He's having all of this, you know, all these seizures and all these comas, but it went better than expected. What? So this is really crazy. I mean, if there was a dramatic reenactment on Netflix, this would be a hell of a flick. Listen to how cinematic it gets. Listen to 4Extra describe what he went through.
What's the name? He was trying to ask, like, but when he was saying, like, do you hear me? Something like this, like, do you hear me? Like it was echoing into me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was far away. Like he was far away from me. Like you hear me, you know? Like, he like, blink your eyes if you can hear me, but it sounded like it was echoing. And I couldn't blink my eyes like he said, blink my eyes in. But it was hurting, so like I couldn't. I don't know if I was blinking them or not.
So this sounds like a hell of a scene. This would go crazy on the silver screen. He's saying that the doctor was telling him, "For extra, this is your doctor. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? For extra, can you hear me?" And he says the doctor was telling him to blink your eyes if you can hear me. For extra. Blink your eyes?
Yo, chill.
I've never heard anyone say that ever. And I've been around a lot of doctors and a lot of patients. I've never heard someone say, blink your eyes if you can hear me. There's other ways of assessing that. So that was a lie story, but it was a good, I mean, I would fuck with that if that was on Netflix. Now, a big hyping point for this content was that 4Extra was going to show his mangled hand that was exploded on this documentary. When it came out, everyone's been waiting because they want to see it. They've heard that they're going to see it. Well, he shows it, and I can't wait to show you what he shows us. Look at this next part.
Never will, bro.
Wow.
This right here,
We
I
about to
want
see.
the world to see.
Exclusive.
This ain't gonna never break me.
Yeah, you're too strong to be broken, man. That's
And I don't even supposed to be taking this off.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit like pork. Yeah. Yeah. Like pork.
All right, so 4Extra has just shown us absolutely nothing. What the fuck? It's just another bandage.
I was about to brace y'all. Like, I thought he about to take it all the way off. Like, yo, make sure y'all take y'all kids in their room, get them out the room. You don't want to see this nasty stuff. But all we see is a pinky. And it's pinky and oh,
It's literally just the same exact thing we've seen over and over again on the internet,
Yo, he did it
but
to
it's
himself.
just a little bit less bandaging. And he's rotating it around so you can see absolutely nothing. I was shocked. And so obviously this documentary was a huge waste of everyone's time. No one gives a fuck about it right now. The numbers are in the shit box and literally nobody gives a fuck about it. So, but that's in the past because I want to talk about I want to close with something different. I want to close with Trap Lore Ross and 4Extra at the zoo.
Me and 4Extra and other people from No Jumper went to the zoo. I'm very, very grateful for these kinds of opportunities. I become friendly with him at this trip at the zoo.
Because there were marked violations in this. First of all, the scooting of the glasses up the nose. It's nonstop in this zoo. And every other vlog he's probably in. But in this zoo vlog, when the
Can't put his
camera goes on
glasses up,
Trap Lore Ross, he gets all nervous and awkward, and he just, for no reason, scoots his glasses up on his nose every 5 seconds, and it bothers me. And it's going to bother you too. Look at this. This isn't even all of them. Look at this.
honestly don't care.
King 50, he supposed to be somewhere. Is that a word? You ever seen it eating? We at the zoo. It's all I can leave this motherfucker with my little. If he a snow leopard, I don't want to be here. I think they out of there.
I'm mad they actually went and clipped all these joints.
It's awesome. We run in the zoo, man. He's trying to take us to the Diddy Lounge.
We got to get up out the hood.
So I can already see the comments saying, what the fuck are you talking about? What? But it really bothers me and to see him behaving like this with it's incessant. It's not that there's probably 1,000 more where that came from. Go look at the footage. But with that being said, that is just too many adjustments. It's distracting. It's not appropriate to be doing that much with get better frames. You should not have to be doing that. Those are like $19,000 frames, and you're doing all this.
I feel you
You're
on that,
scooting
though.
them up your face every 5 seconds whenever the camera goes on him. And what's worse than that, what he does is whenever the camera goes on him, and if he's not doing the scooting the glasses up his face, he's doing the chin. He's working the chin with his hand, and he just like is out of control. Look at this. This is the chin scratch.
This cool ass. He's Harry Potter. Hey, you got this spin. Sound like him though, bro. I'm him out.
They're saying they got penguins in the sun, man. See the big hoofs? They got the big hoofs.
I think hot ass water. This is not it. I'm telling you right now, off the bat. If you've seen the water, that's why old boy came over there and said, "What you filming for?" You know what we filming for. Come on, talk about. This video that you're gonna see that's gonna get released after this is lit. Go, my boy. Tell him what we want to get.
We want to get a gold Jubilee band,
And
41.
there it is. Like I said, that's only a couple that I was able to capture. Go look for yourself. It's nonstop. And to make matters worse, what he does, the worst thing that he does is he does a combination of the two. This is the glasses adjustment chin scratch combo. This is fucking crazy. Watch this.
This motherfucker better talking about. Give me another one. Camera guy, the one in the back. This is what I'm doing first off. As soon as he come out, what's the name? I'm camera down, vlogging. Look, check this out. I'm telling you off the back, nigga. These motherfucking animals in this motherfucker, they didn't impress. No, bro, I got it. Off the back. What you think?
You know what? It does feel a bit like they're in like an animal.
Backslash me. But look, check this out. I'm telling you, for $1 a day, $1 a day, you can save it. Look at it.
So Trapler Ross is a monster goof. I mean, it just doesn't get any worse than that for me. That right there, I'm just so glad to be able to get that off my chest and that you guys are willing to listen, because that stuff right there is what really makes things unbearable in my world. So that's just, like I said, too many adjustments. Let's move on to this last little piece that I know you guys are going to enjoy very much. So this next part,
I ain't gonna lie, cause you already got me on some stuff, bro. Like you hating, but let's let you keep talking, bro. I thought you was gonna convince me that he was a weirdo, like fully, but you seem like you a little hating. Like you trying to point out little things and doing a little too much. But all right, let's just see.
part is going to be 4 Extra and Traplo Ross. This is where they made friends at the zoo. And I want to show you this part. 4 Extra is very hands-on. He's very physical. He likes to run his hands all over Traplor's body. And so I want to show you this where he picks, so 4 Extra picks Traplor Ross up off the ground.
Listen, I've got a whole list of things I can't say now.
Right now, I might throw your ass up in his mother dealing with the lions.
Bruh, listen.
All right, so a couple things here. Look at how funny this frame is. Look at how 4 Extra's holding him up. Look at his hand. Look at Trapler Ross's hand on 4 Extra. What? That's a violation. Look at the way he's holding him. Both of them. And did you hear the noise that Trapler Ross made when he got picked up? He was like, "Ugh." That is exactly what a little child would do. So that's pretty cool. So they're really affectionate on this trip, and 4 Extra is really enjoying Trapler Ross. Now, Trapler Ross in this next clip is going to do something very interesting. This is something that you don't see that often. It's really something when you see it. Watch this.
What you back there for? What's this doing this?
I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good boy. I'm a well-behaved boy, man. Come on, this is a cool trip.
So I'm sure everyone caught that, but I want to go over this. So what we just saw is Trapler Ross did hover hands. What? So, I mean, again, Trapler Ross just did hover hands to 4 Extra. Hover hands is a sign of insane levels of insecurity. This is what you do to like someone that you want to put your hands all over, but you don't have the confidence to. You know what I mean? Like this is for like the girl that you like, but you're too scared to put your hand around her for a photo or something like that. So this is hover hands, and he's doing it to 4 Extra. This is actually crazy. I don't know why. See, in my world, everyone would be talking about this. Everyone would be, I mean, he should have to answer for this in my world. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I think I've covered everything I want to talk about today. So check out the page.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Homie pointed out a few different points, I mean, that I agree with. He pointed out a lot of things I don't agree with. I don't know, man. I don't think that he's a straight weirdo. I just think that he's not confident in his own skin around certain people. So, you know, he don't know how to interact with certain people. You know what I mean? That's all that is. So that'll make you a weirdo, though. You know, that just make him him. But yeah, man, I don't know. Homie was just trying to pick out little small things. It's like, bro, come on, you're doing a little too much. I think it's all right. You're just trying to make a video. But man, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. You know, this T Lights Reacts, man. Make sure y'all hit me up, man. Keep coming out with these videos.